She has most likely 6-7D, a little bit more volume. Gonna use the tray for the glue. Now you can dry them. In this video, I'm gonna show you step by step a full set of volume lashes. Let's go! Okay, I have Carolyn here today, and she actually has some lashes on, but we're gonna clean them, and I see that she has some glue from Halloween actually, and I'm gonna clean them, remove the old one and the growing one, and then we just do a full set of volume. I'm gonna explain you what I have in here. First, you always have to sanitize your hands. I'm gonna use a pad just to clean her lashes, and then I'm gonna go with foam tape. Can you look up? I don't really like to use those kind of pads just because when she moved her eyes and when she's moving, the pad is just going in her eyes. I decide to go more with the foam tape right here, and I kind of cut them so I can make them ready when I start. You don't have any problems for the 2-3 hours because they are just stuck on the skin, so they are not moving at all. I'm gonna sanitize my tools too. You always have to sanitize before you start. So I'm gonna use a volume tweezer and an isolation tweezer, just because we are doing volume today. Now, like I said, I'm gonna clean her lashes a little bit because she has a little mascara on and some glue from Halloween's makeup. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna use a brush and just be very gentle, just because she still has some lashes on. So we don't want to pull them because that will cause some damage to her natural lashes. Just go from the base to the tip, and of course you can clean her lids too, just because she has a little bit mascara and a little bit makeup on. So we want to make sure that the lashes are clean before we start the full set. And basically you have to do this every day. I always say you have to clean your lashes every day, and don't be afraid to go very through on them. Even if you see 1 or 2 coming out, it's fine. Is normal. You see how much makeup she had on. Now with the same brush you take some water and just rinse them very well. After that you can use those mini sponges just to rinse them very well, and you can actually dry them too, and they already look very good and clean. I always recommend to use those kind of sponges just because it's more easy, more convenient, and like I said, you can just throw them away after. Now we can remove those pads, and you can clean the bottom lashes too until you don't see any makeup on. Now you can dry them. And actually I just realized that not even one came out, which is very good. And of course everything that you use, you just throw them away after. Now we're gonna use the foam tape like I mentioned. This is my favorite thing, and I'll show you in another video how I customize them and how I cut them so I can make them ready for the next client. Make sure you don't tape them right on the skin just because they are very sticky. Now we're gonna prime them, so make sure you touch every single lash, and that will help us to work more with the adhesive and of course with the retention, and if she has any more makeup or anything like that, we just want to make sure that they are clean before we start lashing. Okay, and just don't use them anymore. Now we can dry them again. Those lashes are more than a month. I think a month and a half, probably even more. Now, like I mentioned, I'm gonna use the isolation tweezer and the volume tweezer. Gonna use the tray for the glue. And of course the glue. You have to shake the glue before, I will say, like for 2, 3, 4 seconds, maybe even more. You just drop 1 drop. Make sure you fresh the glue every 15 minutes. I like to do this for every 15 minutes. Some of the people, they like every 30 minutes, every 45 minutes, but I like to do every 15 minutes. Now I'm gonna sanitize my hands once again, and you always have to use the mask just because the glue is very strong, but right now I'm not gonna use the mask just because I want to talk. What I'm gonna do today on Carol is gonna be between 3 to 4D volume, and I'm gonna use the 0.7 just because if you do a little bit more than 3-4D, I like to go a little bit more down, so don't use those kind of lashes 0.10 just because they're gonna be very heavy. And now we're gonna start lashing. Now I'm gonna go through and see if she has any lashes that has to come out or anything like that, and you just remove them, peel them, and then you're gonna apply a full set, a fresh one. What I like to do first is isolate first and then apply the fan, just because my glue is 1 second dry, which I love it, but you have to isolate first, not making the fan and then go try to find the natural lash. So Carol has a lot of lashes, like a lot of lashes. Natural lashes. Usually we have 2-3 layers of natural lashes, but I think she has 10. And she has a lot of baby lashes. And of course you cannot lash on those lashes. If they are very, very short and very soft, of course you are not allowed to lash on them. Her eyes are so big, so I'm trying to do kind of doll eye. So very, very short and then longer, and then to the ends a little bit more longer. So I just finished after almost 3 hours. Right now I'm just gonna go through on each lash and see if any stocking or anything like that, just to make sure we don't have any stuck lashes. And after that, just the fan. I usually like to do a little bit nano mister. That means just a little bit spray to dry them a little bit faster. And then she's good, and it looks very good on her. And she still has some lashes from before. That was a little bit more volume, I think 10D. I can tell that they were a little bit more crazy. When you take the tape, just make sure you're doing slowly, because this tape, it kind of stick very, very well to the skin. So you have to be careful with the bottom lashes. Don't go anywhere, start watching the next video and we'll see you there.